You get to start first. Who has had which team the best offseason in the NFL? Start us off.
Yeah, Laura, I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. Do not think that 2021 was a one-off type of season where they caught lightning in a bottle. They went to work this offseason. They really fixed this offensive line, starting from center out to the right tackle, where they signed Ted Karras. They get Alex Kappa, signed Lyle Collins, and then in the draft, they draft Daxton Hill in the first round out of Michigan, who is kind of a hybrid corner/safety, and they need more help in the secondary. They draft Tyson Anderson, you see on your screen there, in the 5th round out of Toledo. They draft Cam Taylor-Britt in the 2nd round out of Nebraska. These guys are all playmakers, man. So they are going to protect Joe Burrow. The offense is going to be as explosive as it's been, or as explosive as it was in 2021. But on the defensive side in the secondary, they got some young studs that can all run, that are all interchangeable, can play different positions. Joe Burrow has gotten this team kind of right where he wants it in terms of the help that he needs. Since he's going to be knocking on the door of a repeat appearance in the Super Bowl, you can bet on that.
Yeah, I love it, Lou, because I think a lot of people were like, oh, maybe last year was their best chance. No. They absolutely have focused on this. And you mentioned the revamped O-line. That looks for Joe Burrow to take another step next season. Last year, he ranked 3rd in QBR when kept clean behind only Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford. Tim, it's your turn. Which team had the best offseason in the NFL for you?
Well, I'll stay in the AFC, but go from the north to the west. And I'm going with the Raiders, and for a couple of reasons. Let's start with kind of where they were. Think about all of the off-the-field issues that they dealt with a year ago, how they came through it. I think they learned a lot about their football team, and then in the process, they land a coveted head coach in Josh McDaniels, who I think, with his experience from the last time around as being a head coach, is going to do a much better job. And then think of the impact players. Start with Devontae Adams. That trade there for the best wide receiver in the game, in my opinion, is a difference maker on an offense that already had talent at running back, certainly had talent at tight end, and is exactly what you need to play outside of a guy like Hunter Renfrow. And then you think about Chandler Jones, his addition. He's a double-digit sack guy. I just feel like when you look at the Raiders and those 3 moves in particular, they're actually like difference makers that impact the outcome of games. And so I like what they've done, especially with where they were coming from.
Yeah, especially in today's NFL, Tim. And look for Devontae Adams to help out big time in the red zone, too. Over the last 2 seasons, Adams ranks 1st in red zone touchdown receptions. Interceptions would be interesting. While the Raiders rank 27th in red zone efficiency over that same span. Thanks to Tim. Todd, it's your turn. What do you think? Which team had the best offseason in the NFL for you?
Yeah, Laura, I'm going to go with the New York Jets. And I know we're coming off of a Super Bowl where the winner said bleep draft picks, and I get it with the Rams. But when you're rebuilding a roster like Joe Douglas was, the general manager, and starting from scratch a few years ago, you've got to win with draft picks and reasonably priced free agents that fit your system. They killed the draft. Let's face it. They got the #1 cornerback in Sauce Gardner, the #1 wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. They got one of the best pass rushers. They traded back in the 1st round to get Jermaine Johnson. They also got the best running back in the class in Breece Hall. And then in free agency, they didn't overspend. They brought in Laken Tomlinson, who's going to be a good starter at guard. DJ Reed, very underrated at cornerback position and coverage. And also CJ Uzama, to come in as a blocker and a reliable target. So you're really helping out not only the defensive side, but your young quarterback in Zach Wilson. I love what the Jets did this past offseason.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.